Edmund Tapsoba is on the Reds' radar. While Liverpool may have yet to come in and try to sign Edmund Tapsoba under Tottenham's nose, recent reports have suggested that the Reds are monitoring the situation and are informed about what is going on with the player. In the 2022-2023 season with Bayer Leverkusen jersey, the defender, who started 32 of 33 games in the league in the starting 11, has become a key player for the German team. He managed to become a regular player on the defensive line and became a reliable backing player for the team. In fact, since joining from Vitoria, the player has appeared in a total of 100 best flying games for the Bundesliga team. This shows how important he is to the club even though he is still only 24 years old. In addition, it averages 5.8 progressive passes over 90 minutes and 1.5 progressive passes per 90 minutes. They place him in the top 8% in both categories among other defenders in the men's top 5 major leagues in Europe. And that shows how important it can be to the development of a team from its deep location. Now, these shows have caught the attention of Premier League teams. Tottenham are apparently leading the race to bring him in. However, according to a recent report, this may not be so easy. The report states that there are several other English sides, including Liverpool, who have been informed about the ongoing situation. The Spurs are now chasing the target, while the Reds look for another defender option. There is no mention of what a potential fee might be for the actor. However, the CIES Football Observatory suggests it could cost around €30 million. If that were the case, Tapsoba wouldn't have cost his current club Bayer Leverkusen a profit from what they signed him, while at the same time making whatever club snatches him a fortune in transfer fees. If this amount turns out to be of value, it may well be worth it. Football journalist Josh Bunting noted that the defender's shares continue to rise because of how well he is doing in Germany. He added that he was too offensive-minded for a player who played predominantly on a backline, with journalist Jack Collins calling him sensational. This means that if Liverpool decide to act with that interest and try to get him in, they can find a player who can fit directly into their defense and contribute to both ends of the pitch. Edmund Tapsoba has a career ahead of him as he is only 24 years old. He can definitely add something to the team under Klopp and a top defender like Virgil van Dijk. Sofyan Amrabat is Thiago's dream heir. Liverpool are reportedly looking to test the ground on a move for Fiorentina star Sofyan Amrabat. The Serie A team hopes to make money from the Moroccan midfielder this summer. According to information from Italian broadcast sources, it is believed that Jürgen Klopp will increase their interest in the coming weeks after concluding the majority of Merseyside's midfielders on contract this month. La Viola requests approximately €35 million for the pass master. However, there are only around €25 million offers for the actor, which has so far attracted potential suitors. Liverpool think they can lower the club's valuation before finalizing a move and are in favor of continuing negotiations. As the engine of the World Cup brings Morocco to the fore, and completing a remarkable campaign on the journey of European Conference League finalists Fiorentina, Amrabat thinks the time is right to continue. With only 1 year left on his current deal, he'll likely be moving out this summer. Given Amrabat's brilliance in playing the ball throughout the two halves, it is rumored that Thiago Alcantara could be appointed as a potential successor to his role in the Liverpool squad. The slick and stylish Spaniard, who transferred from Bayern Munich for £20 million in 2020, has drawn attention in the Premier League with his superior ball-playing skills. He even received praise from TalkSport's Tony Cascarino as the most talented player he's ever seen in the Premier League. Such a claim is justified by the metrics behind the splendor. The 32-year-old was among the top 3% of midfielders in Europe's top 5 leagues last year. According to FBref, he is in the top 4% for 4 tackles per 90 minutes, 4% for progressive passes, and top 4% for tackles per 90 minutes. A graceful and distinguished maestro with an array of weapons at his disposal, he acts as the metronome to keep Liverpool moving forward. But given his age and the fact that his contract at Anfield will expire in a year, Amrabat's signing is critical for Liverpool for years to come. It doesn't look good, especially if we take into account the injury record of £200,000 a week jewellery. Thiago missed 66 games in 3 campaigns on the English coast. Missing just 11 fixtures in the same period, Amrabat could definitely be Thiago's heir. The top 11% of their positional peers for attempted passes, the top 5% for pass completion, and the top 8% for progressive passes per 90 minutes. Considering these data, it turns out that he is sure of every ounce of his feet. With correspondent Carlo Garganese hailing him as a monster, he can provide Anfield with the all-encompassing ingredient he needs to whine at full throttle. Amrabat has already proven its worth against the highest caliber of its Premier League rival. West Ham United waged a midfield battle against Declan Rice as they won the Conference League final earlier this month, and football writer Mohamed But said the touted Iron Star was taken to school by the criminally despised Moroccan phenomenon. Amrabat, still only 26 years old, can inject enthusiasm and perseverance into the Liverpool curve. He can mimic Thiago's presence on the field. He could stabilise the former Bayern's inconsistent Liverpool career. Liverpool transfer expert says inevitable bid for crown jewel would be up to him. Liverpool transfer expert Neil Jones believes Saudi Arabia will look for Mohamed Salah and the final decision on his future will be up to him. Salah scored 186 goals and provided 79 assists in 305 appearances for the Premier League club. There was a lot of talk about leaving Anfield last year before the Egyptian winger penned a new contract that will expire in 2025. Many top players have already agreed to relocate to Saudi Arabia, and the Middle Eastern country is far from finished in its attempts to make its top flight one of the top leagues in world football. Wolves captain Ruben Neves has formally agreed to join Al Hilal, despite frequently emphasizing his desire to play in the Champions League. It is quite worrying that the Saudis were able to persuade a player like Neves, who is entering his first year and wants to play in the Champions League after 6 years of competition, to move to the Middle East. The Saudis are also trying to persuade Manchester City superstar Bernardo Silva to join the revolution launched by Cristiano Ronaldo's move to Al Nassr in January. With Silva linked to a move, Ronaldo and Neves already in the country, and Kalidou Koulibaly, Hakim Ziyech and Edouard Mendy close to moving in, Saudi Arabia could score their most ambitious signing ever in Salah. According to goal reporter Neil Jones, the offer to sign the 31-year-old striker is inevitable, but he is unlikely to leave Liverpool this summer. I think it's pretty clear with Ronaldo that he'll almost be the jewel in the crown, Jones said. I spoke to a few Egyptians recently and their feeling is that it is almost inevitable. It is inevitable that they will come looking for it, and it will depend on it. I don't expect that this summer. I don't think there is a world where Liverpool think it's so good to say, no. He's someone you would say, he's never going anywhere. Now I don't think you can say he's never going anywhere. I don't expect that right now. I don't want to put this cloud on people, but we're probably looking at Mohamed Salah's last few seasons as a Liverpool player, right? It just adds to that feeling, but I don't think it's going away this summer, he said.